All right. So, this is Metroid Prime. I am running the any percent category. Basically, the goal is to collect 12 artifacts, which unlocks the final boss of the game, and I'm just going to try to get there as quickly as possible, using a variety of various movement techniques. Sorry. So, for example, this one here is called the scan dash. So basically, what happens there is the game has a combat strafe mechanic, and what basically the point of that is to be able to dodge attacks. But if you let go of the L button, then you can just gain a lot of extra speed off it.
Can I point something out?
Sure.
Am I allowed to? Great.
Yes.
The first set of targets that VenMissa fired are pretty hard to hit fast, and if she didn't hit them fast enough, bad things happen. You can 100% believe me or not. I'm telling the truth.
Oh my goodness. You can't target the first set of targets. You cannot target for the first 3 seconds, which is why he's making that joke.
Yeah, big reset point for top level runners.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. I like to not admit that I reset 3 seconds into a run, but whatever. All right, so coming up is a little reposition trick that allows us to skip this elevator. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm jumping and going into a spot and then snapping the control stick in the opposite direction, and it just clips you up at the top.
Shoutouts to Cody7737 for finding that.
Yes, that was found about 2 years ago, and the old method is absolute garbage. I hate it, and I'm so glad it no longer is done.
Yeah, you don't have a good visual cue of where you are on the collision, and you have to usually you beforehand you had to double bomb jump off of it for like as the fastest method of traversing.
Aww. I was hoping to get a breakdance off the pirate.
That's okay. You just yeeted him across the room. It's a good
Yeah,
second
that works.
place.
I guess that works too. All right, I'm taking a safety save here because of a trick coming up that is very difficult, and if failed, can lose a lot of time. So it's best just to just reset and come back if needed.
Hey, but first boss of the game coming up. Don't blink.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't blink. This is gonna be real quick.
So this is Parasite Queen. And that was Parasite Queen.
Yeah, so what happens with her is if you aim up, and you can just like manually aim at her mouth and then hold C up and just press Y a bunch of times, it allows you to fire missiles, I think, about 6 times faster than normal.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Or
Usually
9.
there's a cooldown
Actually, it's 9 times faster.
Yeah, there's a pretty long cooldown of about a little more than
3
a second,
seconds.
I think.
I think it's 3 seconds total.
And then holding up on the C stick, or you can just close the missile launcher and it'll just skip the cooldown. So your DPS goes way up, and it makes missiles a lot more useful than they would otherwise be.
Yeah. All right. So over here, if you're in a specific spot and morph, you can go out of bounds. Oh, that was sketch. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm landing on very specific spots.
Yeah, this is very choreographed movement that VenMissa's doing. Let me know if you need to focus, or I guess you are doing that now.
I'm good. Yeah, so these jumps coming up are 3 frames each, by the way.
Yeah, it is a bit technical on the input to at least execute the jumps.
Wow.
VenMissa has to respect the out of bounds mechanics too, and those are really clean. That's amazing.
I didn't miss a single one of those. Holy cow.
And then there's 2 ways she was navigating through 2 of those hallways that are actually a little bit more precise movement than they look. But yeah, this is a extremely clean out of bounds that we're seeing here.
Wow.
That was incredible.
Wow.
I can't even. Nice going.
That was really fast.
So Yeah, Vemi made that look a lot easier than it actually is. Not having space jump for that particular out of bounds wall crawl is just, it could be a nightmare. That for sure is like the biggest reset point among top runners, I would say.
One of, yeah.
One of them for sure.
Yeah, especially doing it at that speed.
I just got word from the speedrun staff here that this event is for charity. They're raising money to support people working in close quarters to the regarding the current coronavirus pandemic that's happening across the world, and all proceeds are going to the Hackensack University Medical Center Foundation. So good cause for sure.
By the way, I just saved, or by the way, that trick is ridiculous. Like, saves a lot of times. One of the biggest sequence breaks in the game,
Yeah.
and all it is dashing to the right.
Yeah, it's a very classic, well-known sequence break.
Yeah, so space jump you're not supposed to get until 7th item in the sequence. Like, you're supposed to go into Chozo, get the items there, go through Magmore, go into Fendrana, get boost ball, then come back and get space jump, and then go back to Fendrana to get wave.
Yeah, it saves on 2 backtracks alone, and then it just movement-wise, it'll give Venmi a lot more options.
Oh my goodness.
Scan dashes will go farther. She can R jump now. It's crazy. You're gonna see some pretty neat stuff.
Yeah. Yep. So this allows me to do a bunch of... Oh, by the way, some of the jumping techniques I'm doing, if you jump while holding L and then like about a quarter of the second through you let go of L, you can actually gain speed, which is what's called L jumping. Oh yeah, by the way, space jump here allows me to get a missile expansion, and I'm just going to grab an energy tank here so I don't die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, missile
that was sketch.
I always have trouble with this one jump. How did that
It's the hardest
work?
jump in the game. Don't ask me.
Hardest jump in the game.
I don't know.
Yeah, missile launcher.
Ooh.
Any missile expansion will work in terms of being able to fire missiles again. You don't need to collect the launcher itself. It's just a expansion with the cutscene, essentially.
Oh, come on. That's mean. I don't need to fight him anyway, but...
Yeah, this isn't the biggest
I can just grab Morph Ball here. Ooh! That's a frame perfect on Morph.
What? Vemi's too good at this video game, guys.
I'm amazed that I got that because I literally was just mashing the button.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of time lost from an RTA standpoint. For in-game time, it's not as severe. Incredibly, in 2020, Prime was one of the few console games run for in-game time. We have our reasons for using in-game time. I don't know if it's worth going into it, but essentially, the in-game timer only counts up when you have direct control of Samus, whether she's in Morph Ball, whether she's unmorphed. So any cutscenes that are active, if the any item dialogues that pause the game are active, will also pause the in-game timer. So there's certain strats that are done, like that map there that Venmi pulled up. That actually that particular one I think saves both in-game time and RTA.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, the room where I pulled the map, none of the doors will open until every adjacent room is loaded, and one of the rooms takes forever, and the other one doesn't take long at all. So if you just pause, it'll open up that door. It will just like force it open. For some reason, I still to this day do not know why that's the case, and I've been running this game for about 4 years. I don't know, but
And this movement you'll see here, just another demonstration of like how useful Scan Visor is. You have so many more lock-on points that give you just the right amount of angles, and that was sketch.
That was really sketch.
In Metroid Prime, you can dash with any visor, but again, Scan Visor gives you additional lock-on points that you otherwise wouldn't have. It's really broken.
Yeah. And also I'm playing this game on the 0-00 OG version of the game because if you play Player's Choice, PAL, or JP, this scan dashing technique is patched.
So even though it looks like it's a bit of a detour to get Charge Beam, it's absolutely useful to get. There's quite a bit of
That save station needs to be shot down. It's
Yes.
extremely important for an upcoming trick. Also, I'm going to use it later for a safety save.
Yeah. Vemi won't be going back for about another, I would say, half an hour, but or no, less than that. Like probably like 25 minutes at the most.
25 minutes at the yeah, I was going to say about 25 minutes at the most.
So I keep accounting for all the strats that I don't do that you do. That save time.
Yeah. All
But,
right.
yeah, charge beam significantly increases the amount of DPS you can perform with every beam weapon. It's
just to give an example, normal power beam shot deals 2 damage, and a fully charged power beam shot deals 50. And here's one of our favorite bosses in the game.
Yeah, this is an auto-scroller that can vary in length and have you lose time for no reason.
Yep. It is random. So basically you can have, it can go from 8 to 13 seconds on the first phase, and then 15 to 25. Oh, wow, that was fast. 15 to 25 on the other 3. So it actually causes up to 35 seconds of variance, and it's awful.
Yeah, that 35 seconds is extremely rare. Anything that's, I guess, above 20, I don't know, 25 to 30.
Yeah, on average, I see... Okay, so the fastest is 53, and the shortest is 120, or the longest is 128. And I usually see anywhere from, like, 110 to 120 on average. Oh, this is awful at the end. All right, cool.
Did the music loop for you?
Oh, no, it didn't, so it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, so one way to gauge whether you have a decent incinerator drone fight, also called Zoid, shoutouts to David Kirsch.
David Zoid Kirsch. Wow. I cannot move my hands for whatever reason. And I'm supposed to be speedrunning a game. Oh no, help me.
Yeah, bombs are extremely important. I just closed Discord now?
No.
Alright. I'm trapped here.
Yes, you are. Alright. Gonna grab these extra missiles, because why not? And why not go to here? So there's a trick coming up that is one shot, and I really don't want to have to reset. I really don't want to have to find a way back over. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, when I was first learning this game, that trick scared me a lot. It's actually not hard, and it's easy to practice, thankfully, but it is extremely punishing. The current route, or any percent route of, I guess since 2002 or 2003, requires it to work. You lose too much time.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice movement.
Yeah. So space jump actually makes this room like really fast, because otherwise you have to go around, and it's.
Also, I believe bomb jumping over that gate is a 0-0 exclusive trick. I think they adjusted the collision, so you can't bomb jump over it.
They added an invisible wall at the top.
Yeah. It is faster than scanning the points. I think optimally it's actually really fast. It saves a second.
Wow, so fast. So fast.
60, 100% whole frames.
Stop it. All right. So this boss, Flagra. So wow, I can't even speak. The intent of doing this boss, yes, Flagra is a boss. And so what happens is you're supposed to like hit these mirrors down and then go into the slots, and one more mirror comes down each time. But that's hard. That's difficult. I don't like doing that.
I think it's an interesting boss design, but this fight's unfortunately pretty broken with the bomb slots.
Yeah, so basically if I just dash to the side and go onto the and just lay a bomb, as long as the bomb hits the bomb slot, it will go off. It's not like some of the other bomb slots where Samus actually needs to be inside.
Yeah, I think they're just regular damage triggers that just if you damage them with bombs, they function.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And their hitboxes extend slightly outside of the tunnel, I think. So
I believe so. Oh, fun fact, it also works with power bombs. Shoutouts to Hazel and her 37 tasks.
It's an amazing test, and I highly recommend watching it.
It's really good.
Also, the 100% test does
Something
some
to
pretty cool
watch.
stuff.
Yeah, something to watch after this amazing event.
Yeah, overall pretty solid. The first 2 dashes that VenMissa does, I find to be the most challenging, and then the 4th one you can kind of just go at your own pace if you want to. 4th one's always like the easiest one, in my opinion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now you might think this boss is slow. You know, we're sitting through these cutscenes for a while. It's like a few minutes just to get through this boss. For in-game time, it's really fast. It's about 15 seconds, I think, or if even that, like 10 seconds.
Something like. It's probably a little more. I don't know exactly how much in-game time. But yeah, so we go off in-game time, which only ticks up when you have direct control of Samus. So like right now, the in-game timer, is like ticking up, or is not ticking up right now. Was that timer not up the entire time? Oops.
Your RTA timer?
Yeah, if it wasn't, I apologize.
It was on screen the whole time for me.
Oh, okay, cool.
As long as this cutscene is, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, hey, 1633 with 2 safety saves and starting at 0 seconds at the very beginning instead of -8 when the text comes up is actually really good. Alright, so here's the trick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fall down this room to a certain point and wedge myself in a corner. And what this will allow me to do is bomb jump up. And I can just, as long as I time these properly, I can get up.
Very nice. Yeah, so what happens is there's a invisible trigger
Why did I grab those?
not too far down from the ledge. And what happens is there's actually like 2 major states. There's actually more than 2, I think, but effectively, like for us, like, you know, people, like there's 2 major states of this room, the Sun Chamber. So the first one is when you first visit it with Flagra, and then the second one, it'll change to the second state when you hit this invisible trigger. Normally you need Spider Ball and technically super missiles, although you can skip needing supers by doing this really obnoxious bomb jump to climb that tower.
The jump is awful.
Yeah.
It is absolute garbage.
And not having to get those items for this room is it saves so much time. It's ridiculous. It's like what, 5 to 10 minutes alone.
Come on.
But
Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to like stun lock these Shozo ghosts, and they are not cooperating at all.
Yeah, also the power beam, I feel in particular, likes to auto aim sometimes. It's really minute, but it can really just it can really mess you up, unfortunately. But a couple of stun locks there that work out.
That one worked out pretty.
At least it's still visible.
Whoa.
Yeah, 100%. This fight's much better because you have, I believe, X-ray and supers.
Really? Nice. So I can just dash over here and land. And basically, what's happening is I can actually layer the 2 cutscenes together and save a little in-game time.
Yeah, I had a misconception with that cutscene overlay where I thought it saved exactly 1 frame. It's more like, I think, close to a
second.
A second or 2.
I think it's half a second. I don't remember exactly, so don't quote me on that one. Oh, if I unmorph at the top here, then I can. Nope. That's what I meant to do, like not land on the rock. Oops.
This isn't Floaty Wild.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Don't be. I'm glad we're not seeing Floaty Wild today.
No, it's terrible.
Are you saving in a Burning Trail or Shorelines?
I don't think I'm saving at all.
Are you a gamer? Okay.
We can hope I don't soft lock at Wave Sun. I shouldn't. I would be so mad if that happens. So, I have a high estimate. It's 135. It is really high.
So this Magmor movement's pretty linear. It's similar to just playing it normally. That artifact, I don't know if you want to talk about it or if you want me to.
That artifact basically, like, you're normally supposed, like, you're not supposed to know it's there, and then, like, later on you get it, you look at a hint and you get it with X-ray. I think it's artifact number 9. So
I think there's also a conception that like I had, I know other people that play the game have, where it's like, oh, you see it with X-ray and then you can destroy the column with super missiles, but no, just 2 missiles does the trick, and you can get it as soon as you first enter Magmor.
yep.
Which helps speedrunners a lot. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this upcoming dash is not easy.
Yeah, even I don't do it. Assuming I'm even that great at the game, which I'm not.
I mean, you have sub-hour. That's pretty good. Nice monitor.
Wow, that dash was so low. I can't believe that made it.
It wasn't that low.
Or it looked low to me. See, I don't do the trick.
Gain this tank so I don't die. Oh, by the way, if you just hold right, you'll just immediately fall down, and it's the fastest way to get back to the bottom.
You taught me that one.
Claris taught me that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout outs to Claris. She's so good at this game.
Yeah. She's really good, so. Alright. Going through. Let's see if I can get this bunny hop. Yeah, I saw someone mention in the chat that the movement looks very similar to Portal. It actually does have some pretty similar mechanics, at least in terms of bunny hopping. Which basically, if you hold L and R, and then press B on the frame you land on the ground, you can maintain speed. Whoa, that raid.
That's crazy.
That is a huge raid.
Yeah, shoutouts. Shoutouts to Slime 2.
Yes. Wow. All right. Let's put on a good show then. So I'm coming to get Boost Ball here. Normally you're supposed to scan a terminal to lower all these platforms, but you can just do this instead.
And then this is the point too where after Boost Ball, normally in the sequence you get Space Jump Boots afterwards, but because Vemi literally got it as her first item, the backtrack to go to Talon and back, well, not super out of the way, it still saves a lot of time. Plus, the minutes you save just from having Space Jump for all the other movement beforehand. Falling down that room kind of sucks.
Yeah, so. Thankfully I didn't fall.
But you're good, so it's fine.
Of course. All right. Okay, so coming up. Oh, shout outs to Ridley's shadow being absolutely massive. See what I mean?
It's so big.
It's so big. All right, so anyway.
Somehow we got.
If I dash across here, I can get over to this other side. I'm not supposed to be up here normally, but you know what? What's... Yikes.
Oh, no. I'm about to watch. Oh.
All right. That was close. If I fell there, that would have been not pleasant at all.
Yeah, you generally don't want to walk off of a ledge. You just have no control over your movement, unfortunately. It's something they fixed in Prime 2.
Thankfully.
Yeah, pay attention to this screen too, because this out of bounds is pretty nuts. Also, shoutouts to Vertigo for finding this jump.
Oh yeah, that jump is so nice.
So what Vemi's about to do, you can actually do inbounds too. This method's faster because it actually skips the Sheegoth boss fight.
Yep. All right, so basically what's happening is the game thinks that I am in the other room. Not this one, but the next room called Chapel Tunnel. And there is a room after that called Chapel of the Elders. In Chapel of the Elders, there is an item very important called Wave Beam. In this room, Chozo Ice Temple, there is an item called Artifact of Sun. So what's happening here is basically... I am in a corner, and I'm just all I'm doing is holding left. That's all I'm doing.
Hold left and go
And
fast.
Samus's speed is increasing exponentially to a point where it's going to go so fast that the shell is going to disappear and some cool things are going to happen. Basically, you touch a bunch of interactable actors at once, which includes Wave Beam, Artifact of Sun, and a cutscene which starts the Sheegoth fight. So if you see multiple Samuses, that's why.
Oh, we didn't have Fusion Suit turned on for this.
I did not have Fusion Suit turned on for this.
You don't get to burn the viewer's eyes with Fusion Various Suit Samus appearing twice.
Oops. It's okay.
So you see Samus collect Wave Beam immediately. What you didn't see was that Vemi also just collected the Artifact of Sun, which normally requires Plasma Beam to get.
Yeah.
Good bomb.
So Artifact of Sun's actually there. Nice.
Yeah, so the statue that she just passed has Artifact of Sun behind it. You need the artifacts to actually access the last level in the game. There's 12 of them. They're kind of annoying to route in, but thankfully with tricks like this...
oh, how did that hit? That's amazing. What a good game.
With tricks like Infinite Speed, it makes routing in the artifacts a lot more straightforward. It's really nice. Saves a lot of time.
Yeah. Again, I don't know how that door hit.
It's actually so good that Vemi won't have to enter that part of Phendrana ever again. It's just get Boost Ball, get Wave Beam, and the artifact. And then just skip out of town.
Yeah. So I'm not going to that section of Phendrana ever again. I think, did you just say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
We can say it again, though. I mean, I don't think we can say whatever we want, right? So.
Yeah, of course. As long as we're being...
I don't think the viewers understood quite. That bunny hop is so cool. I don't do it.
Isn't that bunny hop really cool? So basically, all I'm doing is just grabbing Artifact of Strength over there. Which, fun fact about the artifact names, they don't make sense. So that room is called Warrior Shrine, yet there's Artifact of Strength.
Yeah, they have the opportunity to actually match up the same artifacts without renaming them with some of the rooms to make them more, I guess, thematically accurate. But
yeah. Nope. Artifact of Sun is in a cave. Artifact of Chozo is in Talon.
That was really good. That was really good, Fiery Shores.
Didn't go the way I wanted, but that's okay.
True. I mean, I guess the ideal is you just get the dash with the whole speed and go through that entire hallway.
Yeah, it looks really cool when done right.
It kind of reminds me of the Super Metroid Halfie.
What?
I don't know. Like, the ideal version of the trick has you go through most of that room, but then part of it's just, at the very worst, you kind of get stuck halfway through and have to R-jump and just make up for it.
Ooh, instant unmorph oncoming. Or incoming. Did I just say oncoming? Oh my goodness.
It's okay. It's okay. We're having fun, right?
Of course we are. If we have fun, everybody has fun.
I mean, it's great. I get to have fun at your expense. And so does chat.
Hey!
All right, so here's the second major Chozo section of the run. While this route does break down a lot of the movement through like Chozo and such, there's too much progression that's locked behind, or too many items that are locked behind certain items. So for any percent, requires, I think, basically 3 major visits. Although I think you go through it like 5 times, technically. The first thing that Vemi's going to do is go back to where the Morph Ball room is. There's a purple door at the top that she can now go through with Wave Beam, and there's, of course, a Chozo artifact there that that needs to be acquired.
Yeah, so that dash...
Shoutouts to Eagle.
Yes, that dash can be used to get across that door. Or to get across there without needing Spider Ball. And you can do a little trick called the slope jump, which... Normally
when you jump up a slope, you gain more height than if you just jump straight up from the ground. Um, Vemi actually did one to get that half pipe missile as her first missile in the run.
No, I
Um,
didn't.
well, you don't
I did.
necessarily have to do it, but it does work.
Yeah, so basically what a slope jump is if you jump, if you hold L and jump against a slope, that horizontal speed actually gets translated to vertical speed. And this is amplified underwater, like, big time. For example, you don't need space jump to get Artifact of Life Giver.
You don't even need
I missed it again.
Yeah, I misheard you.
Yeah, you don't need space jump, you don't need gravity suit. But I have space jump because it's fast.
Yeah, there's actually surprisingly like only what 3 major sources of like locks in the game that the developers put in for gravity suit, and that's one of the big ones where it's like, okay, if they skip the space pirate frigate, well, they still have to go here, but slope jumps. Also, that infinite speed glitch from before, you're gonna see it again.
No, you're not. Not right away. Come on.
I mean, you're gonna see it in progress.
There we go. Oh, and this one's even longer because this room lags. So, fun.
Always a good thing.
Yeah.
So, Morph Ball's gonna spin into, not Oblivion, but it's gonna defy the laws of physics.
Of course
Yeah,
it
infinite
is.
speed's nuts. It's what happens is when you attain infinite speed, I think certain variables in the game engine are set to what are called not a number, and the way that actor collision is calculated uses those values. And I'm not sure exactly at a technical level what happens, but I believe the accurate thing is that most of the calculations done when you're colliding with like lava or other items or enemies almost always evaluate to true in the game engine. And so
Yeah. So basically, you boost up against a wall. It has to be up against a wall. If I just boost and not hit the
uh-oh.
What?
Oh, I thought something was coming up that I didn't see.
Nah.
I thought you almost won the lava. I got so scared.
I'm not gonna hit the lava. But yeah. Oh, fun thing, by the way. You're gonna enjoy this. What happened to the camera? Oh no.
Emmy, what'd you do?
I don't know. Okay, we're good. So, the camera also has that state. So if you unmorph during infinite speed, you get this little thing called light show, which is a pain.
Effectively
However,
cripples you when you're unmorphed.
Yeah, so basically, if you unmorph and then morph where a fixed camera is, you can actually just basically turn off infinite speed, but light show still works, or light show still happens. Ooh, why am I not saving?
Yeah, it temporarily fixes the camera, but you still have to go to a cutscene that repositions Samus like the save station, which is why she shot it with a missile.
Yeah, I shot it with a missile earlier.
Yeah, if she didn't go here, she would have to go back to like probably the Chozo elevator. Also another out of bound coming up.
Slope jump here too, which is this one's awful. I hate the slope jumps so much.
Worst one in the game for sure.
Yeah.
No, actually no, it can't be.
Oh no.
Well, this game.
Okay, we're good.
Yes.
What? How did I not get stuck there?
It's all right. I almost messed you up. I distracted you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So this trick is called Ice Beam before Flagra because when it was discovered and first routed into the game, it was used to get Ice Beam before you fight Flagra. And but now we do it after Flagra. That took forever to load.
Yeah, 100% still does this trick before Flagra, the way that the trick name is called, which is nice. But it's interesting though, because even though it's not done before it anymore, it's still used for another trick coming up. That is part of why this route's so much faster, or faster than the previous route.
It's also just faster to go out of bounds than inbounds. Oh man, that sketch. That unmorph was a little bit sketch, but that's okay.
Yeah, and again, all this movement that Vemi's doing is very choreographed. So there's certain collision you can and cannot stand on when out of bounds, and it's just a matter of knowing, practicing, also knowing how the collision works. Thankfully, we have.
That was in our door warp. Which door warping is basically morphing and letting the room load around you, or not morphing, but you just need to let the room load around you. And that was a slope jump off the Off the Stone Toad.
Playing out this cutscene to save exactly zero point 0.8 seconds.
0.3 or
I
0.6.
thought it was 0.8.
It's 0.6.
Wow, my math was wrong the whole time. I should have just said 8 whole seconds because that's the meme. And no one would have questioned me. But I'm learning. It's okay.
Hey, we all learn.
So yeah,
All right.
do you want to talk or do you want me to?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. Talk. The reason why we got the power bomb is because there is an item coming up that I'm getting called X-ray visor, and I'm getting it now so I can enter phase on mines later. There's a boss in phase on mines where you need X-ray visor, so this just makes the routing a lot smoother. So I'm just gonna grab X-ray visor and then get out of here. Normally you need spider ball, but do you really? You just do this.
Yeah, Metroid Prime and Prime 2, and I think Prime 3 also follows this philosophy where if it looks like you can stand on it, chances are you can.
This room is awful, by the way. Hopefully it doesn't screw me over.
Worst room in the game.
I hate this room so much.
Yeah,
Let's see if it's nice though.
It looks
Oh,
like
hey, look, it's actually nice.
It looks like the room has a smooth half pipe, and
It
do
does.
not be fooled.
It does have a smooth half pipe, but for some reason, it will still you'll still get stuck.
I wonder if it's the walls or something.
I think I heard something about it being the camera.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah. By the way, the trigger for that power bomb is actually higher up. So if you boost up along that piece of rock and then lay the power bomb, you can hit the trigger sooner.
That one, I think I was running the game for like a year before I heard about that. I'm just like, what? It's above you the whole time? Crazy.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just grabbing Artifact of Chozo here, as well as getting X-ray visor.
Yeah, it's really great that the route works this way with that, especially with the second infinite speed that was done in Chozo Ruins. Shoutouts to Hazel and Remy Demi at the very least. I'm not sure who else was involved in labbing the current route.
I think T3 was involved with it as well.
Of course.
Oh.
Shoutouts to him. Has world record.
Normally, I forgot to mention, in that room called Life Grove, where I got the X-ray visor and the Artifact Chozo, you're supposed to go around through the top and fight pirates, or fight, not pirates, but Chozo ghosts, thank you. And after that, you go just through a hole at the bottom. But instead, I just did what was called an R jump across, and it gave me enough distance to clear it.
Yeah, casually that fight's pretty cathartic because at the very least you've just walked through a bunch of rooms that they'll appear in. They're annoying to hit without X-ray, and then you have X-ray. It's like, hey, now the turntables have turned. I forget how that Office quote works. I'm sorry.
All I know is I've heard. I don't know what's from, but like
how the turntables.
Now the tables have turned.
But we can just skip the fight. It's faster. It's great.
It's great.
I'm glad we're not talking about bar skip. I almost wanted to mention it, but I think we might be better off not talking about bar skip.
I don't want to talk about it.
Cool. Great. What is
that
bar
door
skip?
Closed. Why did that
doesn't
door...
exist, right?
Why?
Great game.
What's bar skip?
Yeah, bar skip used to be required in any percent, and it's not anymore. But now it's done in 100%.
Talk about a trick that we're not using anymore.
Fair enough.
This dash is cool. Yeah, so basically here is just a bunch of movement to get to Magmore Caverns to get Plasma Beam, and then we'll head into Farfendrana to get some artifacts and Thermal Visor.
It's really convenient too because the ship's right here, so it's just a free refill.
Yep, free ammo refill, which we need power bombs. And also it's a nice save point in case things go horribly wrong. Oh my goodness, wow, that was bad.
So yeah, welcome everyone. This is Metroid Prime ship save percent being run by VenMissa.
I hate you so much right now.
So we start off by jumping up these few platforms. Okay, I'm done with the bit.
All right. Cool. So, coming up is a room where you're supposed to have Spider Ball again. And, but I don't have Spider Ball. So I gotta find another way to get out. I'm just going to jump, gain some speed, and then use a bunny hop to get across.
But that's the last of it, right? We are going to see Spider Ball at some point.
No.
Oh. What?
Yeah, no. Why would we see Spider Ball? It's a terrible item. The boss is even worse.
Yeah. So that first jump across the lava doesn't look anything spectacular, but it's actually a pretty big sequence break. Or it can be.
Yeah. Oh, also, oh, come on, get up there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely skip two of these spinners. And I'm only just gonna I'm just gonna bring up that one with boost ball. So basically, if I come over here and get basically like a slope dash, I can get up here, jump on this spot. It's okay. It's really precise. So there we go. And then do a backwards R jump, and there we go.
Yeah, you can just use the 3 spinners. It's much safer strat, but I'm not sure how much faster. Well, it's slower. Like, yeah, sorry.
I don't know how many seconds it saves. It's not a huge time save. Oh, but this is.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Finally got that R jump. I've been missing it like almost every hundo run I've been doing the past few days.
Yeah, that room is interesting because the collision on the very edge of the room where like the ceiling used to meet the walls before it was like raised up, you could stand on it, and by walking around the edge of the room, you could then jump up the spider tracks and then reach the door that way. But just doing that jump directly to the door saves like, I think it's like 14 seconds. It's something big. That's probably one of my favorite jumps in the game. This one's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I really need to learn it. One small thing you probably didn't notice, or maybe heard, VenMissa switched beams before entering the elevator. Managing what beam you have selected actually saves a bit of time over the course of the run. It can be annoying time loss when you don't have the right beam at the right situation, because then you have to wait a fraction of a second. I can't believe that happened.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, that's fine. First try, let's go. Mad. Excellent job. First try. Yeah, that spider skip is awesome. Skipping Spider Ball is really satisfying this run because I think I didn't mind Thardus casually, but he is probably the longest boss fight in the game for just to get Spider Ball.
Yeah, and the boss and the fight is extremely difficult to do quickly.
Right, he's annoying.
Oh, by the way, this room is fun. I'm a liar. There we go.
Yeah, I finally
this
did
skips
the
grapple beam.
Yeah, another thing you'll be seeing coming soon when she gets to mines.
What?
Well, the grapple skips in addition to the spider skips.
I thought you were talking about grapple beam. Like, no. Yeah, grapple beam and spider ball are skipped quite often in this game.
Even when you do get them in 100%, it's still just usually faster to do a dash instead.
I use grapple beam in hundo a grand total of 0 times.
I think even in echoes, I use it like it's used twice in like 100%. I think.
Shoutouts to Hazel, that new strat to get there consistently every time.
What the heck? You got
really cool.
The unmorph. That's awesome.
It's actually not that hard.
So Pirate Labs are actually a very late game part of the run. Casually they aren't.
It's mid game.
Yeah,
casually. Because thermal visor's actually like before ice beam actually in casual play. All right. I'm looking for power bombs right now. Also, I'm coming into this room backwards, so oh, nice. The box has it.
Yeah, it's amazing how nice.
You're supposed to come through the room the other way, and the pirate is supposed to jump through the glass after this scene with the Metroid. However, if you come in backwards, as long as you move through the room properly, you can give me the power bomb. You can get it. You can get the pirate to break the glass backwards.
I thought it had to do with how soon you enter the room, but I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but sometimes
I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't want to work, and it's just mean.
Yeah. I felt that if I go through too slow, he just will not go through the glass, but sometimes he does. Shouts to Edward. Edward's our best friend.
Okay, so there, if you jump in a specific way, you can actually just like shoot a missile over the barrier that's there. Because normally you're supposed to go into the tower and shoot a window with plasma beam.
And then that lets her shoot that thing of explosives on the side. But that can be skipped. Saves time.
Yeah. Oh. I did not like that. Oh, nice. I didn't hit the low trigger.
Nice. Yeah, technically that's even a plasma skip, but by this point in the run, you already have plasma, so...
Yeah.
But,
it's just faster.
Oh, sorry.
It's just faster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this really safe. Why not?
Sure. Do you care if I talk about the power bomb?
Sure.
So collecting the power bomb in the labs is really important. I believe the labs give you the best overall chance of getting a refill. It's entirely random in this game, but goodness. I believe every drop from at least the crates, and I think the space pirates too, is a 2 in 7 chance for each crate you destroy and every space pirate you kill, roughly. I think it translates to like you have a favorable chance of getting a power bomb as you pass through without having to like waste time looking for one. So it's worth doing it versus when she got the Chozo artifact, not here in the labs, but before during the Speedrun visit. There's actually a power bomb expansion she could have collected, but I think it loses about.
It's 12 seconds.
12 seconds, yeah.
It's 12 seconds.
So just the RNG is too favorable to. It's worth the risk, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's more often than not, I get a power bomb when I need it. Wow.
But very rarely you'll get a run where it just. Were those just full on in game? Like, was that just lag?
No, that
I've never
was just
seen that.
What that not a dash?
Oh no, I thought Research Core just lagged like a bunch.
No, I just didn't dash.
Okay.
It happens.
That threw me off. Yeah, so and it's really important that the Vemi gets the power bomb here in Phendrana. She's only going to be going through like 2 rooms in Magmore, and there's only one of them where she'll have a chance of getting drops from some of the enemies, and it's so unbelievably low. Not to mention she has to go out of her way to get the power bomb drop. So.
Yeah.
But now she's in good shape. Got the extra energy tank for safety. Also, going through that room with the thermal visor when you have low health can be pretty sketchy. The pirates and the turrets can just shred your health down to 0 if you're not careful.
This is why I need power bomb. Also, this zoomer here on the other side gives a 100% chance to drop a power bomb, which is good because I need another one coming up.
Yeah. If only it was on the other side though.
Whatever.
But I mean, it's workable.
I still need another one, regardless of what side it's on.
Right, but I mean, not having to worry about like the power bomb RNG. I mean, it's such a small.
I mean, you'd have to worry about it coming up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Either way, you're gonna have to worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall, there's not. Oh, go ahead.
So there's a couple artifacts to get here, as well as Phazon suit and X-ray and main power bombs. Oh, ooh. That's rough.
Yeah, that can happen. Usually it's just worth YOLOing the boost down to the platform, but sometimes this happens.
It happens.
I find climbing this room more annoying than like actually bad though, but I usually kill the turret too, so Vemi's just a pro gamer.
Alright, so there is an elite pirate here, and You need to defeat the elite pirate in order to bring down the barrier and get up to the top of the room, or you can just do this instead. No, stop. There we go. You can just use its head as a platform.
Yeah, sometimes it's finicky. I feel. I don't know if it has to do with where you can actually stand. Is it his shoulders? I think.
I don't
I'm not
remember.
sure.
I'm not 100% sure either.
Yeah, it's pretty satisfying to get it. There's a backup that can do that's like not much slower, if it is even slower at all. Oh, hey, and shoutouts to the beam troopers here. You think the main boss here is like the most dangerous part of Phazon mines? No, it's these colored like pirate troopers. They're really strong.
Yeah.
Also, what Venmi did there was well, you know what? Actually, it might be worth talking about when OP.
It was an AI manipulation.
Yeah.
Basically, if you don't go in front of the pirate, you're just gonna turn around like an idiot the entire time.
It's great.
41. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna go maze skip once. I'm gonna try it.
Shoutouts to Zoid.
One more time. Nope. All right, so it's possible to actually skip this maze. However, it is a 2-frame window from like going into the bomb slot. You have 2 frames to get out.
I only learned that recently from Justin. So I had heard like
awful.
I practiced it a bit. And I'm like, this is really precise. Like I don't know how bad it is.
It's
like
super precise.
Oh, just 2 frames. It's like, oh, no wonder.
For anyone who doesn't know, this game runs at 60 frames per second.
So technically, but it's not a good idea. It's possible to actually skip getting the power bombs here, but you really want to have more than one when you get to lower mines. Also,
yes, I'm doing a safety save here because of an upcoming trick, which
is a very cool,
brutal.
But very, yeah, it's the hardest trick
very brutal. Yeah,
well,
I don't know. Yeah.
That's right. Forgot about that other trick.
More people actually do that end game trick now than people who do early newborn.
Yeah.
There's very few runners that actually do early newborn.
I feel like I'd be doing that before early newborn, but at this point, I need to just learn all the out of bounds before I go for any percent attempts again.
Makes sense. All right, so this room you're supposed to have Spider Ball, and I don't because why?
Don't tell him then me.
What? Don't
you're supposed
tell
to have
him?
Spider Ball, but you're not. You're cheating.
Oh no.
Right? Wasn't that what they call it? Cheating?
I heard it's actually called exploiting, not cheating.
I mean, it still has that negative connotation to it.
You know what?
Oh, so this slope jump's pretty cool.
That was a little sketch, but I was able to make it work.
Yeah, I find falling down in that room to be really annoying versus this upcoming room, but I also do this upcoming room at inbounds, and
oops,
Vemi's gonna be amazing.
All right, so coming up, I'm going to try to start explaining it now because it's really difficult. But basically, there is a glider in this next room that I can use to just clip out of bounds. And the purpose of this is to get an artifact that you're not supposed to be able to get without Phazon's suit. But that backtrack is, oh my god.
It's almost a minute long, I think.
Yeah, it's roughly a minute.
Good mushroom.
Saves about a minute over. Nah, I just played like an idiot. That's okay. Nice.
It happens. This run's been pretty clean aside from that.
You just get a slope jump off the mushroom and... Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What?
What the heck?
Okay, nice jump.
So, I don't do this trick, but from what Vemi's told me, she has to be in a very specific spot on the glider and has to approach the wall, I think within like a 6-frame window.
That's what I think, but I'm not 100% sure.
What the glider does, and it allows this wall clip to happen. Getting out of bounds here is just... can be rough. Kills a lot of runs.
Yeah.
I mean, even the wall crawl itself, after you get out of bounds, just can kill the run.
Yeah, let me concentrate, because this is being a pain. Oof. Not having a good time with this trick. This is so disappointing.
I just saw. Sorry. It's okay, I believe in you. I mean, even I can't do this, so you're one of like what 6 runners that can do this.
Wow. I think I'm pushing forward too
Yeah.
late. That's
I
my
think
problem.
the game just. I mean, I was gonna say the game doesn't like you right now, but
No, I know exactly what I'm doing wrong. This is not fun.
Hazel just said, "Why did I find this?"
I don't know. Why is this not working today? Wow, this is really bad.
Yeah,
I got it
usually-
first try. I think I got it first try in practice too. Oh my god. Help.
I mean, it wouldn't be a speedrun without risk, so it happens.
It happens. This is,
You're showcasing the run. It's awesome.
yeah, this is really difficult. There we go, finally.
Hey, serious time still, or can I talk?
Just some serious time. So basically, I'll explain. So, can you hit the door, please? I'm transitioning into the next room, Fungal Hall B. And so basically, the game thinks I'm in that room. And I'm going to use that as an opportunity to boost up against this wall. Oh, whoop. Come on. That spot deals a lot of damage. It's the normal phase-on damage plus 1.2 damage per frame. And then over here, I don't like this angle. I'm going to try that again. I don't really like that angle either.
Yeah, getting these wall clips is precise.
I'm just going to... I think this is fine.
It's both position and angle dependent, correct?
Yes.
If you're... Yeah, if you're slightly
Nice.
off, you actually can soft lock trying to clip through. It has to do with the fact that technically the game thinks she's in the next room. It disables some collision checks. But, I mean, you've done this so much, like, you know. Can't remember the last time you've actually soft locked doing that.
I don't remember. Not that long ago. I soft lock every so often, but thankfully for this showcase, I did not.
Yeah.
Skipping grapple and spider again, because why not?
Yeah, but that trick's pretty awesome. It saves a backtrack, and I think it's about 40 seconds of in-game time. And about a minute of RTA, if I'm not mistaken. So otherwise, you'd have to get phase on suit, go back to that room, destroy all the things with bombs as you get to the artifact, and then come back to where VenMissa is now. So Omega Pirate, do you want to handle this or me?
I can handle it. So basically what I'm doing is just removing these plates, and hopefully I can get this trick. Oh no, that's not gonna work. I lied. That actually worked.
I was like, that looked pretty okay, but it was a little in front of him, right? So
Yeah, actually this should be fine. Hold on. I need to listen. So what I can do is I can actually damage Omega Pirate with power bombs. And as long as X-ray visor is active, then you can use power bomb. That was really clean.
yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, I just didn't want to say anything because that fight, the audio cues are important for that fight.
Yeah.
Omega Pirate, when done right, is 100% manipulated. During that phase where he's like trying to recover his armor, that's when you can actually damage him. Omega Pirate will always spawn in the phase on pool furthest away from you, and he'll never spawn in the same phase on pool twice in a row. So using this knowledge, you can position yourself so that you'll spawn in the pool that you want them to, and doing that along with the power bomb damage can help just basically one cycle that fight. It's really satisfying. You don't even need power bombs to finish him off in one cycle. He only has 600 health, whereas the other major bosses have 2,000, and that's just enough health, or that's just low enough health where you have just enough time to shoot him with 6 fully charged plasma shots, and that'll kill him. Though not in hard mode, but I mean, who runs hard mode? Shouts to Justin.
Why would Justin do that?
He brought down the time a lot, so it's really impressive. So there's one more item that VenMissa needs to collect, and so she's just making her way up to the upper portion of Phazon Mines.
Yeah, I am...
Nice cutscene skip.
Thanks.
Also, if you didn't notice that Phazon, or that elite pirate that broke out of its tank, that first one she ran into, kind of just...
Did I not get a single missile? There is a 70% chance of getting a missile there.
Yeah.
What? Hello?
That's
Each
crazy.
one of those... Okay, so there are 3...
That's insane.
There are 3...
Also, this trick's really hard.
Oh yeah, let me mention this trick real quick. So if you go, or if you do, you can do what's called a BSJ, and a BSJ is basically getting an instant unmorph and then
so good.
jumping
that was so clean.
Within 21 frames of leaving the ground.
Yeah, that was shaft 1 of the spiral shafts. Yeah, you need the BSJ to be able to jump high enough to the that piece of collision.
Oh my god, get up there.
It's very narrow, and then you have to jump to another really narrow piece of collision, or several points of collision next to the spider track, and it can ruin your day. It's not forgiving.
Yeah, so what I was talking about earlier with the boxes, those boxes that I blew up earlier with the power bomb have a 70% chance of dropping missiles. There are 3 of them, and I got no missiles. So garbage.
That's a 2.7% chance to happen, assuming it's like they're all independently calculated at what 30% to not drop missiles. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I
think I've only seen it like once in the number of runs I've done.
I've seen it a few times.
Well, he's also done like, I think I've done like 300 attempts, and you've done like almost 4,000.
BSJ stands for bomb space jump. Sorry, I didn't mention that earlier. So yeah, basically I'm just sitting here and letting this pirate come. All right, let's see if this is enough.
Yeah, the fastest form of this fight, VenMissa would have 24 missiles to dispatch the Phazon Elite, but at least it's not that much slower, but it's still a bit of a time loss. So yeah, with that, that's it for Phazon Mine. So all VenMissa needs to do is leave, but even that can be annoying.
Well,
yeah, I think with Phazon Mines is there's a lot of major like tall rooms, and vertical rooms are not friendly when you in terms of time loss if you fall down. In
why did I
Metroid Prime.
switch to wave?
It happens. I've done that too. Where I'll like have plasma out to get ready for the the Metroids, and then I just like, oh. It's a white door.
So... Oh my goodness, where is...
Normally you would climb this with Spider Ball, but there's a lot of stable collision on the middle pillar, as well as on the surrounding like railings and stuff. And so we can exploit those and exit the room without Spider Ball or grapple. There's one jump that effectively skips grapple, and it's annoying.
Oh, that one. That jump. It is awful.
Yeah. I can't tell you how salty I get when I've lost runs to that jump.
Yup. Excuse me?
Yeah, there's a very narrow strip of collision that VenMissa's trying to land on top. Usually it's okay, but sometimes it just does not play nice.
There we go.
Yep, very good.
Nice.
Yeah, with practice that jump does become consistent, but it's just it's nerve-wracking when you're on a run PvP pace and just like this one thing you have to land on.
Yup. It's a bit tricky. It is very easy to mess it up. You know,
But it's a cool skip to see with grapple, especially since grapple's right there. I have to remind myself just to annoy Draconif to get, and I guess anyone else in the Prime community, just to get grapple beam again in a marathon run.
No.
I don't think I've built enough. Yeah. No. I got a lot of backlash when I did it. Also for inverting the y-axis.
No.
But yeah, that is a one-trip mines. It's satisfying. With a lot of routes, just you get all the items.
That dash is extremely weird.
What the? Okay, that's cool.
Isn't that neat?
I've never seen that before.
You haven't?
I feel like unless Justin's done it, then I guess I have. But
it's not easy, so I don't. My 53 doesn't even do it.
It's the first time I realized that there's collision on the side of that ledge. So.
Yeah, it's a little tricky, and if you fall, you just fall into the water. It really is unfortunate. I decided why not, because I'm in a marathon.
So there's only one thing that VenMissa needs to get before she goes to the artifact temple and then effectively the final level of the game. There's one more Chozo artifact that she could not get, or that wouldn't be worth getting because it would be too slow to get it earlier, because she didn't have plasma beam.
Nice instant unmorph there.
Wow, that was really good.
All right, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to avoid a trigger. And basically the ghost fight that I skipped from doing IBBF earlier, Ice Beam before Flagra, it's still there. So I need to just get around it. And
nicely done.
Nice. Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, the out of bounds enables that trick to even be possible, and getting the trick saves 40 seconds. Somewhere around that?
Total with both the wall crawl and ghost skip.
Oh, okay.
It's like 40 seconds. Get the artifact.
Yeah, if you did this route inbounds, which actually this route can be done inbounds, it's really nice. All the out of bounds you're seeing, they're sort of modular, so you can replace them with inbounds equivalents that don't really change up the route really that much, aside from like the order of like one artifact, I think.
Hold on. The reason why I was able to go through that door immediately is because if you get an instant unmorph and press A on the same frame, then you can shoot as you unmorph. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but what's annoying about getting that last artifact inbounds is that you have like 3 Chozo ghosts that are just constantly shooting projectiles at you, and they each stun you for like a few seconds. Generally, it's not that big of a deal, but sometimes you just get unlucky and get hit. But I think it's mainly based on your
jumping
movement.
Overall is like the reason it isn't so bad is because the L button's like your best friend.
Right. Yeah, being able to strafe
the door doesn't close this time. That's cool.
Yeah, being able to still strafe and have control over your positioning, like in very minute amounts, is important for sure.
Eh.
Oh my! How did you not fall off?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
You're too good at the game.
I guess.
Well, a real answer that we all need.
Oof. Alright. So now it's time to get to final bosses. Let's see if I start this off well. Nice.
Very nice.
That was clean.
It doesn't... It's like the hardest easy dash.
I hate that dash.
It's like it's precise.
Some people say it's super easy. Other people like me say it's super hard. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't even save that much time too.
It saves a little bit of time. It's enough.
There really isn't like a run validator like there is in like randomizer and such, so I guess ship dash would be the closest thing. was wondering if you're gonna do that.
I just typed GSA.
So that's actually not
Typed.
even that's not even fan service. That's actually RNG manipulation for this upcoming section here.
Shut up. That room takes like 8 seconds to load, so I figured I'd write a message. Say hi to GSA, everyone.
Yeah. So...
Alright, Ridley. So basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to get Ridley down in health, and then after this, if I get... Ah, that was way too early. If you shoot Ridley on one specific frame, this,
Oh, nice.
You see how Ridley's flying around right now? If you hit Ridley on one specific frame, he'll actually just go down and immediately come back up.
Skips
The other thing is... Yeah, skips a flyby sequence. Also, what I did manage to do is I managed to get what's called mid-air boost. So I completely took out the ground phase with the flying phase with boost ball, air phase, flying phase, air phase, whatever with boost ball. Boost ball deals 50,000 damage per frame, and so it just instantly eradicates the ground phase. Just to give you an idea, Ridley air phase I believe has like 3,600 life.
He has 2,700 health total, and his air phase has about 2,000 health.
Oh.
It's still way less than what boost ball does, and for some reason, that phase, I don't know if it's due to a design oversight or what, but it's vulnerable to boost ball damage. Usually it's like weak enemies that are weak to boost ball.
I hate this so much.
Yeah, this fight does have a bit of RNG in it. There's a lunge attack he does that you have to manually aim, otherwise you just lose a couple of seconds.
Come on.
Yeah, this fight can get really annoying. I don't think he's actually that likely to do it, but unfortunately, just, you know, bad luck can happen. But given how much...
I'm getting wrecked right now.
Yeah, just to reference, like, how much boosting into him in air phase matters, like, he would still be in air phase at this point in the fight. You have very little opportunities to hit him while he's flying around, and so being able to skip it is huge. And then the ground phase is usually pretty consistent. Again, there's that one pattern that you have to watch out for and manually aim.
Yeah, the pattern where he dashes at you, you have to manually aim. It's awful.
Yeah, it takes a pretty long and sometimes annoying and tough casual fight down and just makes it a really consistent speedrun fight. When done, when you're able to nail like every shot.
All right, so now there are 2 fights left: the Metroid Prime Exoskeleton and Metroid Prime Essence. I don't want to fight the Exoskeleton, so I'm gonna skip it. I don't want to face her. I just don't. She's hard. Help.
Again, this is the level that those 12 Chozo artifacts were required for. Even though they don't like grant you any abilities, they're keys effectively.
All right, so for this trick, I need to actually destroy the Metroid here at the bottom and at the top. Because I need the Metroid to get out of bounds, but I cannot use the original Metroids that spawn.
They have different AI, right?
Yes. Nice. There's that one. Cool. And so basically what I did was the Metroid got trapped in the wrong room. And it's going to go into a certain... I'm trying to get into a certain spot. Alright, so now that it's floating there, I'm just going to let it push me out of bounds. I need to be in a really specific spot, though, so this might take a few tries.
Yeah, shouts to Vertigo for finding this. Just came out of nowhere and it's like, hey, I figured out how it works. Just insane. He's actually so good at this game. It's nuts.
Alright. Got the BSJ to boot.
Wow, that was really good.
This is the 3rd run I've gotten the BSJ in. First time in a marathon, so...
Yeah, if you don't get the BSJ to actually input the jump when you unmorph, you'll lose some time, but you can at least morph out of bounds before you fall to the bottom of the room, because that would take a while to recover.
Come on.
It doesn't look like much is happening, but she avoided the first one, but there's 2 cutscene triggers that.
I don't like this. Yeah, there are 2 cutscene triggers. One of them will bring you back in downs and start the Metroid Prime Exo fight. The other one will put you in a room with an invincible Exo, and you have no chance of ever getting out.
It's really close to the point where you transition to the next room that's below. But do you find it pretty easy to avoid that nowadays with the practice you have?
It's not that bad. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, this trick's been labbed a lot in the last like 2 years.
Mainly in the last like
or
5
a year and
months.
a half. Yeah.
This saves about 2 minutes over fighting the Metroid Prime exoskeleton, if done like really fast.
Exoskeleton's actually I find pretty cool to showcase, but it's a very luck dependent fight with what patterns it gives you, and it makes or breaks runs.
Yeah, it's a pain. So,
hey, at least you can get the regular Impact Crater music during this.
Oh, I forgot to manipulate Essence. Oops. All right, so basically this fight, I'm trying to stand in specific spots to manipulate where Essence spawns, and then I'm going to be doing what's called an attack cancel.
That will be coming up pretty soon, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well, I control that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Good spot. Oh, not sure.
It's fine.
Yeah, so she's shooting Essence right now about once a second, and that just skips every animation that Essence would do, either moving or attacking, and allows Essence to lay a pool as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just have to wait an indeterminate amount of time while Essence goes through its queue of attacks before it lays the next
All right,
pool.
so for this final pool, I'm going to be doing something called... I'm basically just going in and out of the pool to stop it from draining. I forgot how many that I counted, so I'm going to do like 3 more. 1, 2, boom. And nice. And that's it.
GG.
11804 RTA. That's actually really good.
Yeah, that was... I think early newborn was like the only... And a little bit of upper minds, but like not bad at all.
Early newborn was really bad, but besides that, everything else was pretty good. Or processing was rough, but you know, not everything can be perfect. It's okay. All right.
At least Exoskip was really good.
Yeah, Exoskip was pretty good, thankfully. So I don't know if it's possible, but I would like to be able to get the in-game time checked out. It's really quick. It takes like about 30-40 seconds. Take a guess in chat what you think the in-game time might be.
11.
I'm not going to say my answer, because it'll be a good, I might have a pretty accurate idea of what it is. Just take a guess.
Okay,
take a guess in chat.
I'm not going to say it.
All right. So, a few things. Shout outs to, first off, Bash Prime here. He did an amazing job commentating for me and helping me when I kind of like slipped up. What was I going to say?
The Metroid Prime speedrun community?
Yes. Now is a great time to start running this game. There are a lot of active runners right now. We have a speedrunning Discord, which I will link, and I will also link an any% tutorial that was made by Remy Demi. If you are interested in running this game, definitely come and give us a shot. It'll be a lot of fun.
Let's
see. So let me get the Discord.
I was a minute off. Yeah, for those that are watching the VOD, you can go to speedrun.com/MP.
Speedrun.com/MP, and it'll have all our resources. In chat, I am linking both the both the Discord and the any percent beginner tutorial. Whoops.
I also recommend checking out a Big Eagles movement guide too. That it's interesting.
Oh, they got sent. Oh, the link got censored.
Yeah, that's why I said it on stream too. Just for
okay.
posterity too. But yeah, all the major links and resources are on the speedrun.com page.
Yeah.
It's actually really interesting. There's only like a few tricks or so that are used repeatedly throughout the run, but just they're so fundamental to making any percent as fast as it is.
That
So
makes
highly recommended.
sense.
And you can do this entire route inbounds too. It's what makes it so beginner friendly.
All right. Thank you to GSA and everyone for letting me do this run. I had a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.